Hey guys, how you going?
Back again.
Welcome to another episode of Motorsport Republica.
Hey guys.
Daniel, hello, you're back.
Yeah, just reappeared out of thin air.
Are you okay?
Mentally or physically?
Well, physically no, and mentally is definitely no.
Yeah, feeling a lot better. Thank you. It's good to be back.
Yeah, we've it's been a while since we've all been back together, so it's nice.
Yeah,
Nice
I've
to have
missed it for sure.
That's right. We've missed you, Daniel.
Oh, thanks, Jim. Appreciate it.
So, boys, we've been very busy on for the last month. We're gonna have a throw to Thirst Trap, our new sponsor. So, thanks for coming on board. Really appreciate it. It's our first partner. So, beautiful, crisp, refreshing, sparkling, and still water. So, available at all Woolworths, Coles, and Paul Fooderies.
Awesome. Get around them.
Definitely, and they're bloody beautiful.
Yeah, they're so nice. Out of a can, I love it. Looks cool.
Looks really cool. Yeah, I love it.
It's fucking sick.
So today's today's app, we're going to cover Sepang testing, some F1 news. I got some inside goss, supercars with Kostecki. What's going on there?
Nice.
I think we've got some more information from last week when we spoke about it, and yeah, Bathurst 12 hours on this weekend.
Yeah, and Superbikes.
Superbikes next weekend. So yeah, it's all starting back up again.
Yeah, it's really kicking off, isn't it? Thank Christ.
It's been way too long.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to be down at Superbikes next weekend. We've got a big week planned. So if you guys are down there, give us a yell, give us a shout out, get a photo with us, whatever. And we're going to be roaming around the paddock, talking to some riders as well. So super keen.
A lot of content to come out, hopefully, from that. It's gonna be a big week.
Yeah, be my domain, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Daniel
I've been-
Superbikes as well. If anything is going to get you better, it's World Superbike.
Oh, 100%. Might have to take a leaf out of your old man's book and start calling myself Superbike.
You will after a couple of frothies, I reckon.
between me and Troy.
At least Superbikes in Australia, like it goes to Philippine, not like that Czech Republic fucking track of nuclear power plants at the end of it. What's it called? Yark or something? Where the fuck is Yark?
Fuck is Yark?
Moss.
Moss.
Shit house.
Oh, that was so funny. God, that was funny, that clip we did earlier in the year. I was like, what?
It's got a power plant there.
But I have to admit, from a onlooker, I'm not obviously a keen superbike lover as our listeners will know.
Torino scared him off.
I'm actually really excited for the season. It's going to be really interesting. Obviously, a few ride changes, and I think the thing is as well, when you follow something more closer, it becomes more interesting.
Yeah.
When you meet the riders, you know their stories. It's like, and we've seen that with Drive to Survive and F1. People know the personal side of things. They get so much more attracted to the racing as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, super excited, and I think weather's looking mint, which is so unusual. Yeah.
Have you done a 10-day forecast?
10-day forecast, but Phillip Island, like 22,
who knows what will turn up.
22 degrees. Phillip Island's been without power for the last 4 days.
Is that because of the storms?
Yeah, mum and dad, my parents live down there, and they just got power back about 4 o'clock this arvo. So yeah, she was poor Dale was cleaning out the freezer and the fridge, and
Was the old man just trading the power tools for the old screwdriver and socket set?
yeah, he definitely was going old fashioned to the toolbox.
The old fashioned, huh? We love an old fashioned.
We do. We certainly do.
What are you doing?
What are you doing? So, James, you want to kick us off with before we go off topic? Kick us off with some news from the Sepang test.
Oh, how good was it just to see him back in action? Seriously.
That looks really good, didn't he?
Yeah. Before we do that, Repsol Honda livery. What are we thinking? Because when I first saw it, I was like, nah. This isn't good. But now the more I look at it, I love it. I think the bike looks mint, and I think that it still kind of looks patchy, but I don't know. I like it. It looks good.
Okay,
And
yeah.
maybe just because I'm a fanboy. I'm a Repsol.
You're a
Honda.
Repsol man,
Yeah,
aren't you?
I am a Repsol man.
Yeah, first impressions, I really liked it. I think it's a good change, and it's a new direction for the team.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah,
I think
100%.
they need to go for, because obviously the last few years has been shocking. Move on from Marquez. Let's start a new brand, team, and fight for victories again.
Yeah, I think it was pretty well received by a lot of people, to be honest.
Yeah, so I thought everyone was going to hate it, but like all the comments, everyone was loving it. So And people were throwing it back to like 2002 Rossi,
Yeah.
but I don't know if I can see that. It's just like a bit more blue.
The more I look at it, the more I can start to see it.
Yeah.
But I'm still on the fence about it, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's nice, but, you know, for me, Repsol's Repsol.
You're right. Like nothing beats like the Duin or the Rossi
Dude.
bikes.
Yeah, it's funny. I mean, if they just came with the same bike, they would be sitting here talking about, oh, they're fucking just on the
I
same
know,
bike
you
again.
can't
So,
fucking
so
win.
it's
You
like
can't win.
tall poppy syndrome again,
Yeah.
you know? Like,
I
damn
like
if you
it.
damn if you don't.
I like it. I think the bike looks good. I was thinking about this today though, just how good is Luca Marini though to make that change? Like, yeah, okay, 5 years ago it's the dreamed a bike to be on, or 10 years ago, but to go from like a proven Ducati to now going on that Repsol Honda, like trying to step out of his brother's shadow as well and go onto that bike and create change. It's incredible.
I think we've touched on it before. It's a smart move. It's probably his only chance at a factory ride that he's ever going to get.
Yeah.
So why not jump at the bit to take it? And if it pays off, he looks like a superstar.
Yeah.
You know, and Honda have done well. They've recruited Zarco and Marini. So they got two guys who, in their right, were quick on that Ducati. So their ability to take what they know from that bike and then help translate that over to Honda is going to be phenomenal.
That's right. It's cool. And having Zarco there to be a development, I guess, as well. Like, he's always been a development rider, but he can test all those parts as well. They've got those extra concessions. It's going to be good. And they're already saying, like we've spoken about it before last week, but like they're already in the right direction. And I don't think it's going to take, it's going to take a while, but it's not going to take much for Honda to get into the right, be up there again.
100%. I think they're built on a lot of pride as well. You know, they don't want to be down in the slumps for too long. So of course they're going to be biting at the bit to be back up there with the best of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, the bike looks good as well. It looks fast.
That's
the other thing.
Yeah, the bike looks really good.
Yeah. And
Actually, arguably the best looking bike on the grid. For me.
It's flipped now. It's actually a really cool looking bike.
Yeah.
there we go. I think we've all decided then. We like it.
Yeah. Number one. Repsol number one. Let's get Repsol
Number
tattoos.
one.
Well, they just released Zarco's bike as well.
Oh, what?
Yeah, the Castrol livery.
Oh, get that up on the blower.
Yeah, it looks mad.
We might clip that in.
Yeah, we'll definitely clip it in. That looks really, really good.
Live react from James. Here we go.
Neither.
Watch party.
Watch party, yeah.
Is it on Insta? Oh, there it is there.
How good is it?
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
It's
That's-
like the old school livery.
That's like the best. So far, that's the best looking bike on the grid.
Yeah, okay, you're right. You seen it?
Are they gonna run that for all races? Because they always change it.
I would assume so. If they've released it like that, they're going to run it like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they don't normally release like a special livery.
And it's,
Whereas you're right, before they had their LCR livery, then ran a one-off or twice.
it was used to be Givy, didn't it?
Correct.
Yeah. Now it's just like, it would be Castrol 1 or 2 rounds.
Yes.
Yeah, that looks mint.
That's
Well
cool.
done,
Really
LCR
cute.
Honda.
Yeah.
A lot of liveries this year looking good across all formats of racing.
Yeah, for F1, there's a lot of talk of the different liveries, and even the Mercedes got relaunched this week, and it looks really good. They got a black with silver tones.
Nice.
So.
Yeah, it looks really good actually.
So-
I like the Ferrari, to be honest. I think it looks good.
Well, the Ferrari was a homage to their 24-hour Le Mans winning livery, so that's
They had
right.
the yellow and the red or something.
Slight
in
bit
there.
of yellow. It's
That
very
looks good.
slight bit of yellow, but it's I think it's on brand for them as well.
I love that. I love when teams do that. They do like a homage to like a Le Mans 24-hour winner, which is crazy in itself.
And going off topic here, but that coming in for the first year and winning the Le Mans 24 hours is probably one of the biggest achievements last year in motor racing. But again, we don't really talk too much about it. So
Yeah.
to come in and win against all those different manufacturers was amazing last year. So
That was a good race as well to watch.
yeah, it always is. I mean, you got 24 hours of action. So and there's 3 different classes.
Yeah.
So you're always going to find something good to watch.
Yeah, there's always something good. There's always a breakdown as well. Stuff 7 up or someone crashes.
Yeah, and a bit of rain.
Yeah, rain. Rain half on the track, only half of the circuit. That's
Yeah,
always
it's
good.
so cool.
Bathurst style.
Gonna have to stay up and watch it this year, boys.
Yeah. Well, we got plenty of thirst traps to keep us going. So
God, they're refreshing, aren't they?
yeah, that's right. Pedro Acosta punching out sprint race times.
That 10 lap, I was looking at that today, and then he did 10. He did a sprint race simulation where I think 1 or 2 tenths difference. His fastest lap was lap 3. He's probably only 2/10 slower on the 10th lap. And like, I think that consistency is the most amazing thing.
For someone to jump on a bike like that and be on it straight away.
It doesn't
pretty
matter if
crazy.
it was fast. I think the consistency of
Is
being,
what, yeah.
you know, being on that bike for the first time, or first year, I should say. Like, it's, you think it's going to hit podiums this year.
And well, we put that clip up on Instagram and TikTok and all that, and all the comments, anyone who commented agreed. They said like he's going to be up there.
I don't
have that
agree. I don't
backing.
agree.
No.
I don't think he's going to get podiums.
I was watching a thing when they were releasing. Must have been KTM's livery, and they got that like MotoGP did that live story, whatever it is. A friend of the podcast, Chris Vermeulen, was getting interviewed by Jack Appiato, whatever his name is, and he said he's the third rider that I've seen just adapt to a MotoGP bike so quickly, or to a new team. He said it was Marc Marquez, Casey Stoner, and Pedro Acosta.
There you go.
So like from a MotoGP race winner to say that, obviously he's doing something pretty special.
I don't think we haven't seen this, and obviously that proves Chris's comments right. We haven't seen this since Marquez.
No,
So
no.
a
not
young
at all.
kid come on a
Yeah.
bike and there's I mean,
In testing as well,
I know.
showing everyone.
Yeah.
up.
I mean, even the first day, he was just on it like straight away. Like, imagine being on a bike that's got double the amount of power, so much bigger than what you used
Different
to.
tires,
You can't-
brakes are different.
There's no bike on the planet you can go and buy that's even near a MotoGP bike.
No.
Where a Moto 2, you could probably train on a bike that's similar to a Moto 2 bike.
Yeah,
Correct.
same engine. Yeah.
So
that's right.
to go on something that's so different is just incredible.
Yeah.
It's like you're racing in a champ car or Indy car. Oh no, not probably sports car, and then you jump in a Formula 1 car
Yeah.
and you lap pretty close straight away. Like, it's crazy.
It is crazy.
It's crazy. So that's I mean, that's such an excitement. So exciting for us this year. Is that
That's
different
right.
aspect?
And we harp on about him a lot, but he is just so exciting, and he's going to bring a lot of numbers to the sport.
Well, it's like the moving over. We're going from a Marquez era to a Costa era. It's really a changing of the guard.
Poor Pecco. Poor fella's like 2 titles.
Yeah, but no exciting, you know. Basketball.
true.
Basketball celebration.
Yeah, what was he doing?
The 3-point
What's he
dunk.
doing?
3-pointed dunk.
Oh yeah.
Even Daniel can't get around that one.
Yeah,
Nah.
no, it wasn't.
Nah.
Yeah.
Since when's the Italians like basketball? It doesn't make sense.
No, the Greeks do, but
You should have. He should have got a soccer net and kicked a goal or something.
no, he just would have dove and fucking cried.
Yeah, true.
Let's not get into that.
2006.
Yeah.
Sorry, who won the World Cup in 2006? I forgot.
Yeah,
Jog my memory.
I haven't made it the past 3.
Doesn't
Haven't
matter.
qualified. Haven't qualified.
Doesn't
The borders
matter.
were getting breached.
doesn't
World
matter,
War II
boys.
style.
They'll forever go back to 2006.
Nah,
Yeah.
I was like genuinely upset. It's a soccer podcast. I was genuinely upset when that happens, but like, do I really care? Nah, not really.
No. As you get older, these things affect you a lot less because you got
yeah.
so much other shit going on.
Yeah, unless it's a footy, but
Yeah,
footy
that.
fucks me.
Oh fucking no! Who cares? I'm off the footy. You know that.
Bomber supporter.
Yeah.
Will get you
Don't
away
blame
now.
you.
Yeah.
It's just too much heartache. It's like being a Ferrari fan.
Yeah, that's right. It's like being a Ferrari fan. Well, you had Ferrari had their years,
Yeah, definitely. That 07 year was incredible.
but yeah, Pedro.
So
Acosta.
can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Where is Acosta, and you as well, Daniel? Where is Acosta going to finish the main race in Qatar in a couple of weeks? Is he going to be top 10?
Yes.
God.
I'm gonna say 8th.
But
I'm gonna
okay,
say respectable 8th.
I think we're going to go through this shortly. We're going to pick our bottom 5. It is probably the hardest bottom 5 to pick ever in MotoGP. Everyone on the grid, except Nakagami, everybody in the grid has the ability to finish top 5 every race.
Well, Nakagami can be in 5th. He can be in 5th position in the first corner when he slides down past 10 people.
Wait,
yeah,
and
that's
3
right.
other people.
Yeah,
out.
we had Aragon once, and then he bloody freaked out because Marquez got near him.
Crashed second corner.
Yeah, just seriously. But anyway, he qualified up the front, and he was always going to fall back to like 15, 16,
Yeah,
or crash.
standard,
And he just
standard.
happens to crash in the second quarter.
Standard.
So,
Acosta for you, first
First
race.
round.
We're talking Grand Prix, yeah?
of course, sprint race is not.
Yeah,
I
don't
never
count
talk
this-
sprint race.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sprint race is not a race in my head, in my opinion. It's just a thing for the fans.
And remember, how good's that Red Bull gas going to look under lights, Daniel?
It will.
That
really
gives you a
good.
few extra horses.
It does, yeah. Being red, it's quicker.
Yep.
Um,
Spanish Mafia as well. They put someone else in the tyres or something like that to get him going.
true, yeah. Give him the good tires.
Standard.
I think he'll just finish outside the top 10.
Okay.
Yeah,
Like 11th, 12th.
yeah, yeah. Or 10. Yeah, 11th or 12th.
Okay.
That's what I'm feeling.
I got a feeling he'll finish 10th or something like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
we talk about it, but yeah, we'll see. That's the biggest thing I'm looking forward to. Not Marquez on a Ducati. I'm seriously looking forward to a Costa.
I
on that
really
bike.
am as well.
And how KTM can go this year, because no one's picked. I don't think anyone thinks that Binder's going to win a championship this year, but there could be a possibility.
I think he's going to do really well this year, Brad Binder.
Yeah.
Is he going to win the title? Probably not. But is he top 3 potential? 1,000,000% yes.
He just always is there or thereabouts. He starts really well.
He just has to fix up those errors. He either crashes or he just has a real stinker of
had
a
a
Grand
lot-
Prix weekends.
A lot last year at the end of the year.
Where
At the end of the year.
right.
He had a truly solid
He
mid-year.
ended up being 4th. He only just got pipped for 3rd.
Yeah.
And that's because Bez had a shit second half of the year too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bez is another one who's really inconsistent. Some races he can finish
They're
podium,
question marks.
and then he's like 15th next
Yeah.
round. So
They're question marks. So, like, Binder's got it all, and I'm such a fan of Brad Binder. I really
love
want
Brad
to. I would
Binder.
love to see him win a title. I think everyone would. Like,
Yeah.
who's not a fan of Brad Binder? Like, seriously,
and
Yeah.
KTM as well. I think that as a brand, they're doing so much for the sport.
so much for the sport. I could see Brad Binder. Yeah, I could see him still top 3 in the championship. I don't know if he's. Whoever picks the top 3 of the championship this year though deserves a medal. Like we will go through our top 5s eventually next few episodes.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, the trifecta is going to be a tough one. And Marquez is going to be the one that is the biggest question.
yeah,
Is $1.75 favourite to win the championship?
it's crazy.
Jeez, that's nuts. I can't believe that.
Yeah, it is wild.
It is well on a non-factory bike, different
last
bike,
year's
bike.
I know, like obviously he's going to start well, being last year's spec.
But Bezecchi got 3rd on a last year's bike as well.
Yeah, true. They're both championship winning bikes.
They did say though that the gap between the 24 and the 23 is greater than the 22 and the 23.
Yeah, they reckon this
Three.
24 bike is unbelievably good.
It's so hard to judge until you're in race
Mm.
simulation because, like, how do you know? How do you really know? But it's going to be interesting.
It's going to be really interesting. So, you're going to do your bottom 5?
All right, so bottom 5 for me. This is going to be so controversial. So last, dead last for me.
I think we all can agree on this.
Nah,
What?
Raul Fernandez.
No.
Oh, yeah. I can see that.
Raul Fernandez for me. I think he's on a good bike, and I just don't see him doing anything with it. For me, and he'll get booted obviously from Trackhouse because they've got some backing behind that now. Second last, Nakagami on the Honda. I just think he's just done his dash. He's done his dash 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And the others are too scared to take his spot.
Yeah, that's right. Iagura won't take his spot. So, now the last two I found like were easy. Sorry, like last and second last. Now, there's always
This is
going to
the
be
minefield.
yeah. This is the minefield. There's always ifs, buts, and maybes. I'm actually chalking a lot of this down to injury as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So third last for me is Zarco. I know it's so rough. I know it's so rough.
Jeez.
I know, but who else do you pick? I was tossing it between Alex Rins. Like, do I really think Alex Rins or Quartararo? Do I think it's going to be Marini or me? No, I don't. So I'm picking Zarco purely for testing this Honda. That's all I'm picking it for. He hasn't ridden it. Like he hasn't had a season on it. That's why I'm picking Zarco. And I know. It's
Stiff.
It's real stiff. And I'm a massive Zarco fan, but I just don't see him doing anything on that Honda. All right. What's this? Fourth last. I've got Franco Morbidelli. He's already started injured.
Yeah, not a good start.
Not a good start. Look what happened to Bastianini.
Can we go through that injury? He knocked himself out, didn't he?
He had a really bad injury when they were riding the V4s at Barcelona. That's when,
Portimao.
was it
Portimao.
Portimao? Sorry. And I think the Marquez brothers stopped and helped him.
Yep.
Yeah, he wasn't moving. And
They
shit.
seen him
Yeah.
unconscious. Must have been a pretty decent stack to render someone unconscious.
You think
When-
these modern helmets and stuff?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Especially
dangerous
the-
track. A
the
lot of injuries.
AGVs.
A lot of injuries at Portimao.
Yeah.
so. I mean, yeah. Credit to those guys. I watched the little clip that MotoGP put up about them talking about it, and I thought, you know what, like it's a newfound respect for Alex and Mark for what they did.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%.
More so, Mark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think he was the first one over and did a lot of. I don't know the ins and outs of it. I just know he was over there.
Yeah, he was there
Very
pretty quickly.
soon.
I think they were both there pretty quickly, to be honest.
Yeah.
But yeah, must have been pretty full on. So yeah, he's not off to the best start, and he's still not testing. So they're still running a lot of tests on him.
Yeah.
So there could be more to it than we know.
Yeah. So that's why I'm picking Morbidelli. And the last one, I think, is also going to have a stinker. Miguel Oliveira. I know.
No.
But who else do you pick, and who else do you think's going to fall behind Oliveira? If you look at the MotoGP grid,
How do you think Augusto Fernandez is going to score more points than Oliveira like next year?
I think he's on a better bike.
Oh no way, Jim. No,
Actually-
I'm not copping that. Sorry.
No, you can't change your answer now. It's all.
No, I'm not changing it.
Oh, okay, good. I thought you were having one of your.
I
little-
think Augusto Fernandez has got a lot of talent. He's probably the next one. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he could be sixth last.
Miguel's on an RS24. You understand that?
Yeah, I just don't rate him.
Oh, Jim.
And like every time you guys rated him last year, he did nothing.
You know what? I'm the total opposite. I reckon he's got a chance of top 5 this
Oh,
year.
yeah, perfect. As soon as Tom
I'm
says
with
that,
you there, Tom. I got high hopes for him.
Yeah, you guys said that last
But
year
like,
as well.
trying to like pick a top 5 is fucked. Like, it is unbelievable.
It is.
Like, I just If you look at the lineup. Look, I'll be quick with mine because it's pretty much exactly the same. Nakagami's dead fucking last.
Okay.
I have high hopes this year for Yamaha. I think they're going to go a lot better. Looking at did you see the speed trap?
Yeah,
They were
yeah.
high. They were
Yeah.
fastest in the speed trap. I don't know what that means yet.
You're right, and I just don't see 2 factory Yamaha or 2 factory Honda riders being in the bottom 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, I can't see that happening. And Rins and Quadraro has got way too much talent,
Yeah. Yeah. No,
and Rins suits that Yamaha. Not to say that he's gonna fucking win, but he's not gonna be bottom 5.
No, he won't be.
no, definitely not.
They've still got a lot to iron out, though. They reckon the bike moves a lot coming out of corners, and they can't get it hooked up or something like that.
They use
Its
like
power delivery out of the
yeah.
corner's not that good.
their paper mache arrows
Yeah.
doing wonders.
Did you guys see they did the comparison of the 14 bike and the 24 bike?
Yeah.
It is identical. We talk about it all the time, but it is identical.
Like, it's crazy. I actually think we're the first people. I'm going to say this. We're the first people to bring that up.
Yeah.
Before, I haven't heard anyone say that they looked identical until we started talking about it and made fucking memes and clips about
Well,
it.
yeah. Mildly racist memes at that.
Oh, yeah.
Nah, we're not racist. What are you talking about?
It's so hard. Like Zarco for me, he's in my bottom 5 as well.
Okay.
So I'll probably just swap out Oliveira for your mate Augusto Fernandez. I reckon both the Fernandezes are going to be in the bottom 5.
So who do you have? So who's your bottom 5? Go through it.
So you're gonna have Nakagami dead fucking last.
Yeah.
All right, Raul Fernandez.
Yeah.
You're gonna have Augusto Fernandez.
Yeah.
You're gonna have Zarco, and then you're gonna have. Who else did you have?
I had Oliveira
Go down.
and Morbidelli.
Yeah, and Morbidelli.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
but Morbidelli's a big thing. Is he like, if he finishes in the bottom 5, his career's over.
Yeah. He's
Yeah,
got,
100%,
He's
yeah.
got Super Sport.
He's
Yeah, he's gone.
WWS.
He's Ace BK 300. R3 Cup, bruh.
That's not too loud, bro. You'll be fucking mingling with them next week.
No, just saying.
You have Tommy Gunn on. They can't say that in front of him.
He's 600.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, okay, that's all right.
Yeah.
He hasn't got that badge yet.
Hasn't gone backwards.
Daniel.
No particular order, but Taka, Raul Fernandez, Augusto Fernandez. What else did I have? Miller
Bottom 5 Miller. Fuck.
and
Factory KDM.
Oh, no way.
Morbidelli.
Oof.
So we all had Morbidelli. Not
Purely
high
off the
hopes.
way that things have started.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if Morbidelli didn't have these problems at the start, like he might miss a few rounds and then come back and then be 5 seconds behind the fucking last place. You don't know.
Yeah, that's right.
Again, taking injuries into consideration.
Yeah, that's why I put him in. But like, that's such a hard fucking.
On a factory Ducati?
Morbidelli.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah,
Yeah.
factory Pramac.
Wow. When Marquez is going to win the championship and he'll be fucking fifth last. That's fucked. And Marquez is on a year-old bike. Oh, fucking World Supersport written all over that.
Yeah. What's your early predictions? It is. It's not good. What's your early predictions on Digia for this year? How do you reckon
I
you
think
guys
he'll
go?
start. I mean, I actually had a glance at his name when we were looking and talking about this bottom 5, but he had such a good last few rounds of the season. So he's the one to watch coming into the new season. Also, like in Moto2, Furman Aldeguer, they had an amazing last 5 rounds of the year.
Yeah.
So that's the two informed guys.
Yeah.
I think he'll be there or thereabouts with Bez.
Yeah, okay.
It'll be a good intra-team battle.
Yeah. Which always seems to be with the VR46 boys. I actually think he might dip a bit. I think he's gonna dip a bit. I think Bez has. I reckon he's easily got it over him.
Has he got a 2-year deal?
One.
That's always hard.
That's always hard. Yeah. It's just, and it's also because it's just a rough field. Like everyone's
It's
so
such a
fast,
It is a quick field.
you know. And now throwing Acosta in there and Marquez on a Ducati. Honda's always improving.
Yeah.
They're saying watch out for the second half of the year. But Martin, Pecco, Bastianini, like it's
Yeah, where do you go?
Where do you stop with all this?
Bro, Martin's going to be better than he was last year. Like, Bagnaia will be better. Marquez is going to be way better. Like,
Yeah, well, I mean, judging off some of the results, Bastianini looks like he's found a bit of form and a bit of confidence again. So
yeah. Yamaha's going to be hopefully back up there.
KTM's,
KTM's got like, and then we think Aprilia's got the best bike,
Yeah.
but the fucking worst 2 riders. Like, it's such a weird mixed field. So
Yeah, that's all right. The factory Aprilia is. I actually don't think they're going to do anything this year. I think
it's
they're
the
one of
riders,
best-
man. It's the best bike. They got 2 terrible riders. I've said this all last year as well. I know it. We'll stick by it. I think it is the bike to be on.
agree.
I reckon only one of them will be in the top 10 of the championship for this year.
Nah,
Finish.
I think both of them will be.
I can't see.
Just.
I can't see it. I think Spargo's. I reckon it was past it halfway through last year.
But it's his last year they're talking.
Yeah, so he's just collecting paychecks.
They do have like some tracks that they're very bike specific.
Yeah, Argentina has been taken off the.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also
But what did they do there? They didn't do anything there last
Because
year.
it rains. They're both scared of the rain.
yeah, Barcelona.
No,
Like,
but
they're like cats.
Thing won that race in the rain in England.
Who?
Espargaro.
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't know. Just
What are you saying
everyone
about-
else
what are
must
you
have,
saying
everyone,
about-
everyone must have crashed.
It's a J. David Shore answer that one. But yeah, look, Barcelona, they dominated that race obviously after fucking that massive high side from
Yeah, that's
Oh,
so they
Pecco,
dominated
yeah.
that weekend.
yeah.
Yeah.
They both did.
It is the common theme with Aprilia. When they race, they will just dominate the
Yeah,
weekends.
they will.
They never kind of find something Saturday afternoon or
They don't
Sunday
build
morning.
into it.
Yeah, correct. Where Pecco will build into it.
Yeah.
Another thing we haven't touched on is Trackhouse's new team principal.
Livio Supo, isn't it?
No,
Davide Brivio,
is
sorry,
back.
Livio
So
Supo.
I think
That's
like
unreal.
a big get for them.
That's a massive get.
And I think that's another reason why, he's done some amazing things with different teams over the years, obviously.
Brought
With
Rossi
Suzuki.
over the Yamaha, didn't he?
Correct.
Won a championship at Suzuki.
Yeah.
Rebooted up Suzuki.
Yeah.
Smart man.
Was he with Ducati?
No.
Was that Livio
Not that
Suppo?
I. Yeah, I think Super was.
That's why I'm getting them mixed up.
So we can't forget about that as well. That's another aspect. They're going to have an inject of some money. They're on a good 2024 bike.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if the plays to eventually get him across into factory Aprilia
Yeah, 100%.
because he's
Well, you
got
nearly
a proven
killed.
record.
Remember, James nearly killed the Aprilia team.
Oh,
by
Rivola, yeah. Well, he's
Rivola.
doing nothing.
I almost impaled him with the umbrella.
It wouldn't have
after
mattered
doing it
anyway.
with
They do
Daniel.
nothing on the flyaways.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
after I
true.
almost lost my eye.
Yeah, they don't travel well, those guys.
No, not at all.
Nah.
Aprilia can't.
They need the European weather and shit.
I think you'll
It's the
find.
Mediterranean food, the Cajun fucking seasoned wraps for the Aprilia boys, and the brown potato cakes. It doesn't cut it.
It's not good.
Nah.
They need the mortadella
And the olive
prosciutto
oil and shit. Yeah. Can't get a good olive oil down here.
Yeah.
I think we'll find early in the season there'll be a lot of movements, and especially
Yeah.
if, like you said, this is Espargaro's last season, that'll be a hot.
Well, then
seat.
Chris called that, didn't he, when we were talking about,
Yeah.
Vermeulen.
Yeah.
So I think that'll be the ticket, and I think you'll find a lot of early rider movements through this season
Early rider movements for 2025.
of 25
Okay.
Yep.
Yep. That seems like the new theme now with contracts.
with
They-
any sport.
Yeah,
though.
they get them done early now. So,
Even like NRL, you got players that are playing
Yeah.
for one team this year. They're moving
yeah. It's
next
crazy.
year. They signed the contract 2 years ago. Like
Yeah, that's always been a thing with them. It's weird.
crazy.
It is. It's so weird.
So, but yeah, I don't know. I don't agree with you of both of them not being in the top 10 though.
So, interestingly,
fair.
Daniel, Raul Fernandez is actually going to be running a 2023 bike.
Yes, yeah.
And
Miguel's got the
Miguel's
four.
got the 24.
Yeah.
So, that's quite interesting. Why the fuck would they do that? Just put two 24 bikes. I mean, how hard is that? Seriously. That is ridiculous. But anyway.
Maybe that comes down to money.
Yeah. Is there a contract there? Are they only allowed to run 3 bikes? Like, what's the go?
I'm not too sure, to be honest.
Don't want to with their rules written on a bloody
Surely
handkerchief.
they'd be allowed a 4. Ducati's allowed 4. While when they allow
Yeah, that's
4
right.
Aprilias.
There might be something to do with
It could be a money thing.
a money thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
But at least they got Americans behind it. Like, they normally throw money at it.
Yeah, Pitbull
Correct.
and
Mr. Worldwide.
yeah.
G'day, guys. James here from Motorsport Republica. Our brand new t-shirts have dropped. So we have Marquez, we've got Daniel Ricciardo, we've got Verstappen, Charles Leclerc's in men and women, and a Gent Lawrence, Hunter Lawrence double champs tee. Jump onto motorsportrepublica.com.au. Check out our new tees. We've got air freshener still on there. Go on our socials, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. It's all on there. Make sure to check it out. All your support means everything. Thanks, guys.
Should we jump onto F1s?
What's going on?
Well, a few little things
Besides all deliveries.
a few little things whispering around the paddock. So I don't know if you boys didn't know this, but actually my old man told me during the week the first 2 races this year are going to be on Saturdays.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Bahrain and Saudi Arabia are both a Saturday
Like
race.
a Saturday night for them.
Well, yeah. So it's going to
Yeah.
be a Sunday morning for us, which is actually quite good because you can wake up on a Sunday, watch the race. So I'm really stoked for that. Apparently, it's got something to do with their religion or something with Ramadan or something along the lines of that. So
Okay.
obviously, Sunday being the day of prayer or whatever they call it. So that's going to be interesting for us. Mercedes, we touched on that the other day, before about their launching their new car. It looks like they've gone a different direction again, rather than just trying to copy the Red Bull concept. So almost the entire Formula One grid has taken the lunge, like they've looked at the concept and pretty much copying Red Bull, where Mercedes, which has been probably their deterrent the last couple of years, of doing it their own way.
Yeah.
So we'll be really interested to see another aspect of Ferrari and Hamilton, and is he looking at this going, what the fuck are they doing?
Well, that was what everyone was saying was
Yeah.
he just jumped in the simulator and gone, this ain't it.
Well, no, actually, James, you said that. I'll give you that credit because I didn't think of that myself. So that was a good point.
Yeah.
Because he would have seen this car, he would have tested this car in a simulator.
Of course.
And is it the same thing as 2023?
Yeah. Well, that has to be a play in it.
Yeah.
You're not gonna jump.
You don't jump that early.
Nah. Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's no good.
Well, prime example, just to go back to GP, but look at Marquez, right? He waited till the last minute to see if Honda were doing something.
Yeah.
Waited that
Yeah,
mid-season
yeah,
Very
test.
similar scenario. Yep.
Yeah.
Pretty
good
much
point, good
identical
point.
Yeah.
scenario,
Yep.
but you've got a dude that wanted to wait and wanted that
Yeah.
to get better to stay with that. and you guys just gone, nah, I've sussed this out. This is not it. I'm going
A year out.
a year out.
It's still like crazy. It still baffles me.
It's crazy. I saw a stat. Hamilton's raced with Mercedes power for like 26 years of his life or something. He's had Mercedes power all through for his Formula One career.
That's
and then
nuts,
he's
man.
the junior formulas as well. It's just crazy. So it's still a ticking. That's going to be a ticking time bomb next year.
Well, we've spoken to a few Italians. Don't ask me who I remember speaking to about it, but we were talking about
Giuseppe Rinaldi.
yes.
Giovanni Rigatoni.
It was one out of 8 Tonys.
Tony Lasagna.
Tony Rivola.
Big Vincenz.
Big Vincenz. And they just said like, how's Hamilton's attitude gonna go with all the Italians? And it was when we were talking with Luke.
Yeah.
And like, they're always kind of like stuck in their way. Like, this is the way they do it. This is how we do it. And then like trying to change that.
This arrogant Pom's going to come along and go, this is how we do it. No. This is not how we do
Yeah,
it.
bit woke,
Bro,
bit left field.
Bro,
It's not going to go.
It's going to be the first.
It's going to be hard.
So hard. It's going to be the first week that shit's going to happen. So it's going to go either way. So, which is awesome.
Which he won't have much of a leg to stand on as well if the Mercedes does go backwards this year. Ferrari take a step forward again.
Yeah.
He's not going to have heaps of knowledge. Like, he's obviously going to have a lot of knowledge to bring. We won't have heaps of workable knowledge from that
Correct.
Mercedes to the Ferrari.
Yeah, and then the rules change completely for 26 as
Yeah.
well. So again, it's going to be one of those hump years in F1. So more news. McLaren have come out and said that they can take the fight to Red Bull this year, which is really interesting. I really enjoyed that comment because it's confidence. Obviously, they had a difficult start to 2023, but rectified their issues
Of course.
mid-season, and then had a really good race car by the end of it. So, what do you reckon? What do you reckon McLaren this year? Do you reckon they're going to take that next step?
They developed a car really well throughout last year, which is really positive sign. So they're obviously making a move, and then you've got 2 capable drivers. And I think that's the best way to actually run a team is to have an experienced driver like Lando, and then have a young gun like an Oscar that's in Formula One or MotoGP, whatever it is. It always seems to work really well.
You are right.
I think with the way those two worked together last year, it's almost safe to say that they're probably the strongest pairing on the grid.
Yeah,
Really,
teammates-wise.
in teammates wise,
Yeah.
in terms of the way they operated and worked together, I think they did it better than Max and Perez.
Yeah, because Max just did everything.
Yeah.
He just carried everyone.
So
Yeah, it's a good point.
I think that that does spell trouble for a lot of the other teams.
A lot of the other teams, does it spell trouble though for Red Bull?
I think if they're coming out and saying that, you're not going to say it if you know where. In my eyes, that's what I think.
Yeah,
So I'm with you. I totally agree. That's a great comment to make.
it is.
Like, if you're going in with that confidence, your 2 drivers are going in with that confidence, man, why not?
Yeah, I think
He's
it shows
not.
a lot.
He's not like. He's just a human at the end of the day, Max, and he can be beaten, and it's been proven he can be beaten. So, if they do it, then good on them.
Oh yeah, and I think everyone's obviously over the whole Max Verstappen winning every single race. I said this last week though. Do I think, as you said, it's a bit of a hump year? Do I think it's that much is going to change? No, I still think he's going to dominate the season. Will the gap be closer? I believe the gap will be closer with Ferrari and McLaren to Red Bull. I don't think it's going to be so.
As big as what it was.
Yeah, like it was doing like half a minute wins and stuff.
Oh,
like
and
that.
they won every race bar one. So
Yeah.
that was the big thing.
Yeah, so it will be closer. I just don't think that. I still think they're just too far ahead.
They developed too well.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's interesting. F1 versus MotoGP. We have no idea how these F1 cars are going because there's only like that testing.
it's so much secretive.
There's the testing in Barcelona, then there's the test in Bahrain, and I think it's actually. I don't know actually if they're testing in Barcelona this year. That's actually a really good pre-testing. I think it's only in Bahrain, so they're going fully away from that track in Barcelona.
Yeah,
They're actually moving away from that track altogether because I don't know if we've spoken about this on the pod, but from 2026 they're racing in Madrid street circuit.
Oh
that's
yes,
right,
we
yeah.
did touch on that.
So Barcelona is dropped. So which is interesting. I mean, that's the home for.
I don't like that.
You don't like that?
Not another street circuit.
Yeah, no, I don't either. But that Madrid circuit does look pretty cool. It is going to be half and half. So half of it's going to be street, half of it's going to be a track.
That's cool.
So that is
cool.
That'd be quite interesting. So F1 testing is next weekend down at we're down at Phillip.
Yeah, I think it is during the week.
It is, yeah, during the week next week. So that's interesting. We'll have some stuff to talk about that as well. Another big news: Elwood Park 2025, first race of the season.
That's awesome.
So confirmed. They announced it this week.
Mad.
So Ferrari Hamilton first race will be for our
Imagine
eyes.
it was trying to get how hard it was to try to get tickets this year. Imagine trying to get them in 25.
No, forget about it. We'll have our own
Nah,
grandstand
we're
by
right.
then.
We'll have exactly.
Corporate.
We'll have corporate. $5,000 a ticket to come sit with us, but
Boys, we're doing corporate next year.
Yeah.
All right.
Fab will be jumping on our back.
Yeah. Fab will be booking the chin-chins, all right? He'll be booking it, not us. So I'm stoked about that. It's going to be cool. And I think it belongs to be the first race this season. Like, I don't want to go to some sandy desert, We wanted to the
I think it's
glitz
good
and the glamour.
Yeah, good atmosphere.
Yeah. And
Great atmosphere.
And the second most attended race of the year as well,
Yeah.
after Dakota. So.
James and I were there tonight, and I don't know about you, James, but I started filming. I was looking around going, yeah, this is on.
Hang on. Daniel wasn't looking around. He was celebrating to the empty grandstand on his bike, kissing everyone.
Got off the bike, jumped on the bollards and waved my
Celebrating.
helmet around. And
That's it.
But no, it did look cool.
It does.
Starting to put together, and you feel it. We were sitting in pit lane,
Yeah.
and just looking down pit lane, going, yeah, this is awesome, man.
And when you see the empty, because all the grandstands are set up for the
There's a lot of seats.
there is a lot of
Yeah.
seats. You don't realize how massive it is.
Yeah. Well, the race day, they get 140,000. I reckon it shows you how fucking big the MCG is. Because the MCG gets 100,000 and it's confined to a space of probably, you'd say, a quarter maybe?
Oh, yeah. Easy.
Or even like
At least,
a
yeah.
sixth maybe?
Yeah.
So that's that. They always find that fascinating as well, how many people they fit into that joint. But yeah, it's going to be so good. And we got tickets, so we're stoked.
Yeah, fucking keen, man. It's gonna be good fun. Going back to McLaren and Ferrari, who's gonna make the closest step, do you reckon, to Red Bull? Do you believe it's gonna be McLaren, or do you think Ferrari? Because they're pretty neck and neck.
I still feel like Mercedes is going to be second in the championship. I called that from the start.
Okay.
Yeah, interesting. I think it'll be Ferrari, purely because of Charles and his talent.
Yeah.
If he can just take the emotional side out.
He's had a lot of bad luck as well.
Oh, he's got some demons, but that guy.
Yeah.
He's so talented, but he just...
Running from him, you reckon?
Yeah, he's
Smashes his helmet.
It's, nipping his heels sometimes. And he always blames himself. CTD, what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Concussion and shit, so not
You
good.
should message him, talk to him. Or get like a group going.
What does he say? I am stupid.
Yeah.
It's like
I
me.
am stupid.
Do the same thing.
It's bad. Muhammad Ali always said he was the best, and his fucking mind started,
Yeah.
his
But
mind started believing it. I am the greatest. He used to tell himself, I am the greatest.
that's what I mean. Like, if he can get rid of that emotional side, then
Yeah.
he will make Ferrari be closer than what McLaren will be.
Well, he's got a lift now. He's going to have one of the best ever. Going to be joining him the following year. He has to
100%.
make that team his own before.
Yeah, he's got to like assert his dominance on it, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great point.
He's got to come out. He's got to be aggressive. He's got to win races. He's got to qualify well. He's got to race hard. So we'll see.
Who are you going for, Tom, this year? Like, obviously you're a massive Verstappen fan. Do you still want to see much of the same? Like, what's going on in your
I
head?
don't know. I'm really confused. Really,
About-
curious.
Are you car curious?
I'm car curious.
He's gonna the CCs they call
Bro,
it.
I'm telling you, okay. This is the thing with Max Verstappen. He is such a close fond person to my heart because of 2021
Yeah.
and taking the championship off Hamilton. That was the best thing.
That was
ever.
amazing.
So if he wins every race this season, I'm still fucking gonna be happy.
Okay.
He deserves it.
Yeah.
Okay, he deserves it. But all I wanted to see is some great racing. F1 needs some good racing again.
Yeah, it does.
We've got Drive to Survive coming out next week, new season.
I'm actually excited for that.
Yeah, it'd be good to watch. So it's going to be interesting to see what happened last year. There's obviously some talking points in regards to Christian Horner as well the last few weeks with his fucking beat up in the media, which is ridiculous. It was nothing to do with any like sexual manner or anything like that. It was just being an overly aggressive boss. Like should never have been. Such
Well,
a,
the
He
way it
wasn't doing a
was.
Vince McMahon.
no way he was doing a Vince McMahon, and everyone just
Those text
assumed.
messages?
That straight away. So, he's not going. He's staying, which is good. So, because
Let him cook, you know.
It happens too much these days. Fucking woke lefties just, I can't treat it too hard and go to the media and that bullshit. Seriously. It's
Well,
ridiculous.
F1's a fucking wrong sport as well. Like, that's all fucking woke lefty.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
that's right.
You know, you sneeze at looking at a woman wrong way, then
Yeah, you're not
that
even like
sexual
grid,
assault.
grid girls anymore. It's
Yeah, it's
crazy.
fucking, that's
Yeah.
ridiculous. So if it goes down to the last race, Verstappen versus Charles, both tied on points, who are you picking?
Dude.
Oh, it's a match. It's a fucking perfect scenario, bro.
No, but I know you. There's no such thing for Tom as a perfect scenario. He has to go for someone.
Yeah.
And I know. And you know what it is?
I don't know.
He would.
He's sweating. He's
Yeah,
sweating.
look at him. Look at him. He's got the mortadels out. The thing is I know you. You have to go for someone, and I know you better than anyone, and you would probably choose the person that loses because you love to hurt yourself like that.
Yeah, it's self-destruction.
Yeah.
Uh,
But
no, I go for Verstappen.
Oh,
Yeah,
fuck.
yeah.
You?
Ferrari. I want Ferrari to go
Yeah.
back to the promised lands.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're going for the team. I'm going for the driver. I don't want Red Bull to win. I want Max to win, Verstappen to win. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's more of a MotoGP way to think.
Yeah.
No, I'd want Charles to win. My heart
Bro, of
is
course.
saying
I mean,
Ferrari and
We're
Charles,
not asking you the question, bro. We know. All right,
Yeah.
relax.
but my head would be like Max.
What?
So my head, like,
Yeah,
logically,
yeah.
Sorry.
It is Max.
Yeah.
But-
yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
you know,
gee, yeah. I've got Ferrari.
the
bro.
motherland.
You got.
I'll be watching it on Lygon Street.
Yeah. Yep.
Watch
Yeah.
party.
Actually, yeah, we've got more to talk about watch parties in the next coming months as well.
Some very exciting news.
Yeah.
Yes.
That'll be cool.
So
Max, that's a fucking... Yeah, okay. Wouldn't expect that.
yeah, but bro, and then they sign Hamilton. That pisses me off.
That's why.
Yeah, fucking bullshit. Stand by, like you.
That's surprising the Italians did that.
Oh, it's yeah.
They need them
They
to check
need it.
something, but yeah.
Yeah.
What when Hamilton goes in? You gonna like him if he starts winning for Ferrari, Daniel?
You know who
No,
I would, you know
probably
who,
not.
You know who would be my fucking most happiest to win next year or this year? Sorry, would be Alonso.
Oh, I was just about to say
yeah.
Fernando.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Fernando was versing Verstappen.
I would go for Fernando. Yeah, I love Fernando Alonso, man.
Who
He's
doesn't?
the best. Yeah,
Oh,
he's
he's an animal.
He's the animal, and he's just so ruthless.
You can still tell he's got it. Like,
man,
he's
to
still
do what he's doing at that age
yeah.
in these cars, it's mind-boggling.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, he's and
And he's done he's done Le Mans 24 hour, Indy.
He's raced a lot of things.
Yeah, Indy. Yeah, he nearly won Indy. He was leading and the fucking McLaren blew up. I mean,
Yeah.
how ironic.
yeah.
He came from an F1 car that blew up all the time. We went to Indy. So he won. Yeah, Le Mans 24 hour. He's won. It's a tragedy. He's only won 2 championships,
Yeah.
and his last championship was in 2006, bro. We were in grade 6.
Yeah.
Like you think how long that ago? I was watching the 2001 season review. So we were in grade 1. His debut in Minardi.
Oh,
That's
man.
how long his guy's been racing and giving back to the sport. So
It's amazing
And there
you
was
can
some
remember
quick dudes in that year too.
God,
Those
yeah.
few years with him, the Shoe and Kimmy.
oh yeah, bro.
Man.
Like you got to remember, he's come in as a young kid. He was 22. I know it's different these days. They start so much younger.
Of
but
course.
and he comes in and beats Michael Schumacher after winning fucking
It was
5 titles in a
crazy.
row. You know, it's crazy. It's what
And the
dreams are made of.
unbeatable Ferrari.
Yeah.
And the cars back then were just so much better.
And Schumacher.
The sound,
The
look.
sound, the look.
Yeah.
That's Formula One.
Bring back cigarette sponsors as well.
Yeah.
Get them smoking.
Yeah, we'll get the
Fuck
Zin-
these crypto Visa debit cards.
Yeah,
off.
yeah.
We
Get the
want,
Zin
we want
going.
Marlboro, we want Gulags, we want Lucky Strike. Yeah, Zins.
Yeah, play upper decky, bruh.
Yeah, upper deck. Upper deck is when you shit on top of a toilet. Yeah, and
thought it was a-
top deck or
I
something.
thought that was a blubkin.
Oh, no.
No, that's
Different?
no.
Oh, it's so
Yeah.
different. Oh, sorry.
You care to elaborate?
Daniel?
No, I don't know. Had memory loss.
Anyway, back on topic. Sorry.
So while we're speaking about Fernando, what are your thoughts on everyone's saying, "Oh, he's going to take Lewis's spot at Mercedes." And,
I don't know. It's standard Fernando. Fernando's come out and said, "Oh, look, I'll be interested in it," like he always does. He always does that, and it gets everyone talking. And like the same thing with Taylor Swift. Maybe everyone's saying, he goes, he comes out, he starts playing music and shit. It's classic Fernando. Will they go for a 43, 44-year-old driver? I don't know. It depends how George Russell goes this year. If George Russell takes that next leap and becomes the head of the team, which he's a little bitch, so he's not going to do that. But
I can't see him doing that.
they need to get there's no young talent that's come through though.
100%. But like you said as well, it's that awkward year.
It is.
So even if they just give him a year, they got nothing to lose really. When you think of it in that respect.
Well, yeah, that's true. I mean, that would be amazing for the sport. Hamilton on a Ferrari, Alonso in a Mercedes. And then Alonso goes and beats him.
Oh, forget it.
Forget about it.
That would be your ultimate. Fuck.
Yeah. Well, the other thing you got to remember is, again, rule changes 2026. Hamilton was the master of going to Mercedes a year before they were going to be good. They were going to the hybrid engine. So does he know something about Ferrari in 2026 about these new engines that are coming through? Does he know how good they're going to be? So that's the other talking point.
So another 3 seasons.
2026. So this season, next season, and then you got
in the third season.
Yep.
So he'll be around till then.
Yep. That'll be... Well, he's got a 2-year contract with an option of a third.
Oh, with a +1.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah. But as I said, I mean, this year, it is a little bit of a nothingy year. There's no real rule changes.
Correct.
2025 is the same sort of thing, but you have all these driver changes, which is going to make it really interesting. And they can't start working on these 2026 cars at all. They're not allowed to start working on them until, I believe, next year. So a team can't just go away and go, I'm going to spend all my money on this.
Start doing it, yeah.
They have to concentrate on these 2 seasons and then move on to the new car.
That's smart because Red Bull could just win the championship halfway through the season.
Yeah, stop funding and then go for the next car.
Yeah, exactly. And that would have happened.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. And obviously with Lewis moving, what does this mean for Carlos? What do you think?
I think he's already
he'll
signed a
go?
contract with Audi for 2026. So it just depends on where he goes in 2025.
Yeah.
He might get a seat at Sauber for a year. We'll see. He might have a year out.
Really?
That's happened before. We'll see. I mean, we touched on that just a few minutes ago. There is just nothing. There's no young raw talent that is like an Acosta that's come through that's winning everything.
It seems to be harder though in Formula One
Well,
for young raw talent just to come in and
Yeah. I mean, F2...
make an impact.
F2 is really interesting because they have a feature race and a sprint race, and usually the sprint race is reverse grid, top 10 reverse grid. So you don't get someone who wins every single race of the year. Like obviously you got Jack Doohan coming through. There's a guy by the name of Schwartzman who's won the championship. The last 4 Formula 2 champions haven't gone into Formula 1.
Yeah, isn't that amazing?
It's crazy. So the
It's
last
so
one was
different.
Yeah.
There's this kid that pod favorite Danby was talking to me about, Kimi Antonelli.
Well, Italian, obviously.
Yeah, I believe so. Who's sort of there or thereabouts with mixing it with the shoulders of the guys you were just mentioning. So
Okay.
apparently he's one to watch out for.
Is he racing in Moto2 F2 this year or F3 or anything like that? Or
I think F2. I think he's with Mercedes. And I got a little snippet here saying, due to the limited testing allowed in F2 cars, all F2 drivers recently took part in a wet weather test in F3 cars, and Antonelli was reportedly seconds quicker than the rest of the grid.
wow.
So apparently this kid's on it and he's pretty good. So Mark spent ages talking to me about it, and I'm not gonna lie, it was a couple of weeks ago, so I forgot. But
He loves the chat.
but yeah, apparently he's one to watch.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
there's a little bit coming through, but yeah, probably not as much as.
Interesting you
some
say
other
he's
formats.
racing for Mercedes.
Yeah.
So, it's all possibilities. If that kid has an amazing year, boom, straight in the team. You know, like that could happen. So, and I think that's how you have to be sometimes. If these kids are so much better than everyone else, they've obviously that X factor, that alien, that whatever we say, is you just got to throw them into the deep end. If they don't have that X factor, then you have to slowly build them up into a smaller team, larger team. I mean,
Yeah.
Hamilton went to a championship winning car, nearly won the championship in his first year in 07, I should
07.
say. He only lost that because he went into the sand trap in Shanghai, going into the pits in the third last race. So,
Yeah.
Again, probably one of the best seasons, second best season in F1 history.
So I've just got up another write up about him. He's only 17 years old,
Wow, it's young.
going into F2 this year, and he has already been linked to that seat for 2025.
There you go. Verstappen won an F1 race when he was 17. Think how crazy that is.
That is
Yeah.
crazy.
It's crazy.
Man, when I
Barcelona
Youngest
2000,
winner?
yeah. Barcelona 2016.
when I was 17, I don't even think I had a job. That dude was
Bro, he won an
winning
F1
a
jerking
Formula
it.
1.
He won an
bro.
F1. He won an
10
F1
years
race.
experience.
He won an F1 race before he got his driver's license.
How crazy is that?
Crazy.
Man?
That's just makes you feel like fucking shit, doesn't it? That's incredible. And then stole the Russian fucking driver's girlfriends.
Yeah, caveat.
Yeah,
Stole
that's
his
it.
seat and stole his missus.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good on him.
I hope it's not just a dominant season. I really hope it's not. Because I was going into, I don't know about you guys, but I was going into each F1 race just.
You knew it was going to happen.
You knew it was going to happen. It was just a fight for seconds.
Yeah, 100%. And I think the more we're going to watch it this year, and there's more stories coming out, it's going to be more interesting. But hopefully, the racing's going to be. The racing was still good last year. There was some good.
There were some good races.
I really liked the Vegas race. I thought that was great.
Vegas race was probably the race of the season. And again, it's the unknown, the cold weather and the track camp and all that kind of stuff. It was really cool. So
Yeah.
that's why them not being able to practice as much makes the race more exciting. That's why they've reduced practices so much. There used to be like a 4 hours of practice on a Friday,
Yeah.
another 2 hours. Like
Yeah.
now it's limited to like 3 hours for the whole weekend. So, and then obviously in FP1 at Vegas, they had to stop it in the first 10 minutes because signs went over the manhole
Drain
cover.
Yeah.
cover thing.
So-
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. There you go.
Crazy.
Crazy. So moving on, supercars.
Yeah.
Some more information's come out from your mate Brodie Kostecki, James.
What do we got?
Well, interestingly, they actually, funnily enough, they had the Motorsport Award nights.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. So he's fronted up, taking his trophy, and
I would like to thank absolutely nobody.
yeah.
Double Champ does what he wants. That should be a meme.
So yeah, but this again, there's calls from the Boost Mobile boss Peter Adderton. He's a very, very heavily involved in motor racing in Australia. He thinks there's just a contract. There's just a contract conflict between Erebus and Kostecki.
Yeah.
I actually mistakenly last week said it was something to do with NASCAR. It's
Yeah,
not.
but a lot of people thought that as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, I think that was everyone's.
It's
initial
simple.
thought.
I don't know if it's money, terms, whatever it is.
Coming down, it's so late though, like all this.
Crazy. And maybe Kostecki had something in his contract. If he won a championship, he was going to be paid X amount. You know,
Yeah,
he
that's a
hasn't
good
been
point.
paid.
Yeah.
Who knows? It's just speculation, obviously, until it all comes out. But Adderton's come out, and I think he's referring to Kostecki might have to sit out the whole year if he hasn't accepted this contract. So he wants Supercars to come out, buy Kostecki's contract out, so that he can go race for another team. Because otherwise, he's not going to be able to race for another team or race.
Yeah.
So it's a real shame for and Supercars needs all the help they can get.
They
at the
don't
moment.
need
Yeah.
that.
That's right.
So it's really sad. Hopefully it can be. Hopefully something can happen. It's obviously a conflict between Barry Ryan, who's the CEO, and Kostecki, and then obviously that Brodie Kostecki owns the team. So hopefully they can work it out. We've got the Bathurst 12-hour on this weekend. Rossi competing,
Yeah.
Daniel, which is super cool. He photoed at Bondi today. It's just incredible. So
Man, imagine being in Bondi, like swimming, you just see Rossi just like chilling in his VR46 Speedos.
yeah, I mean
He might be down for super bikes. Hit him up for a pod.
dude, yeah, probably it's not out of the realm, is it? It's a long way, but that's the only thing. We'll see. The other thing is he was interesting. He was photographed with he had no team gear on.
In
Yeah, okay.
Bondi.
So, yeah, because
I
obviously
guess
the
so,
team he
yeah.
races for in the what is that? Is it a
It's
is it GT? Is it GT
GTs,
cars?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it BMW?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he was with them last year. I think
Yeah.
he still
so I
is.
Yeah.
remember.
Yeah. So yeah, awesome, man. He just looks like he's doing what he loves.
Fucking nice, as if you wouldn't.
But the field's stacked. Like, it's going to be really interesting watching it this weekend. They got some crazy drivers in there. A lot of the V8 drivers. Lowndes racing.
Yeah, I saw Lowndes.
sick.
Yeah. There's going to be they actually got an exhibition event on the Saturday, I believe, before the race. There's going to be an electric 2,000 kilowatt electric van versus a high-powered V10 Mercedes.
Okay.
And they're going to race for like, I don't know, I just briefly read it. They're going to race for like 20 laps or something.
Don't put the aircon on the van because then you can't do anything with it.
And I think it's going to be a electric versus combustion engine.
Yeah.
challenge,
I'm going to
so-
go for the combustion. Now let me tell you a story. So it was 38 degrees and we're coming back from Albert Park and it was boiling. And so normally if we get in the car and it's anything over 18 degrees, Tom has it on the aircon full blast because he sweats. Sweats like I've never seen anything.
I like the aircon, all right?
Yeah, he likes the aircon, you know. He looks at meat and it sweats. He sweats.
Dude.
We get in and he doesn't put the aircon on. And I'm like, what are you doing? And we're in this electric company car. I won't say you own it. It's a company car.
Thank you,
I
thank
won't
you.
reduce you to that. And I'm like, what are you doing? I'm putting the aircon on. And I put like the cooler seats on. He's like, nah, we can't. We got to find, I got to charge the car. And we had like 40 Ks left. So we had to sit in this black electric car, 38 degrees, no aircon, nothing. The seat was actually filling up with sweat. Tom's sweat.
The humidity in the car was fucking at a high peak, 100% as well, because it was just. Anyway,
I thought I was converted on electric cars. I was like, this is kind of cool until that happened. And then we got into my car, which is just a normal car. And we could just aircon full blast, cool us down.
It was lack of organisation from myself. Should have charged the car the night before. So I'll take that on the chin. Actually, I blame Mel for that, my missus, because she parked in the driveway and I couldn't reverse the car into the garage, right? But yeah, it was a bad day for it to be an electric car.
That was fucking
I got in the car and I had
terrible.
about 150 Ks left. I mean, getting an EV Republica off topic. And then just, you could see it going down by because the aircon was flowing. So anyway, we had to swap cars.
Combustion's where it's at.
Combustions.
That's what we've learned from this story.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Daniel doesn't have blood in his veins. He's got gasoline.
Yeah.
Yeah, correct. Benzino, gasolino.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes,
That's right.
correct. Yes.
Beautiful.
Yeah, cool.
Are we doing a pod before World Superbikes or is this it?
No, this will be it.
For at least us three anyway.
Yes.
What's what's our thoughts for supers?
Man,
Full
I'm
on.
so excited. There's a couple rule changes as well with rider weights, and I'll quickly go through them. So Bautista's come out, and obviously he's not impressed because it hinders him the most. So they've added, I think,
Be rough, I reckon.
7 kilos to his bike.
Why don't they just have a minimum weight? Is that what they have? Why is it 80 kilos? Okay, so if you're 70 kilos, you get 10 kilos of ballast.
So
That's what it should be.
the reference weight has been set to 80 kilos. Riders under this
I'm fucking good, aren't I?
will need to add half a kilo.
Give it. Chuck it here. Boom.
So any rider under 80 kegs has to.
Yeah, that's fair.
They have to add 0.5
Bautista-
for every kilo.
Bautista, just put on some weight, put on some muscle. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
So
He's got to weigh himself before every race and then put the certain amount of ballast on. Is that how it works, or is it set from the start of the year?
I would assume it'd have to be every most race, yeah.
Interesting.
But they reckon it's going to be around 7 kilos for him. And it's a maximum of 10 that can be added.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Less fuel. It's been reduced to 21 litres for 2024 for this year. RPM changes as well. So a few of them have been dropped, and some new penalties for exceeding engine allocation.
Okay. So like back of the pits or long lap, double long lap.
So starting from pit lane, and then it's a long lap or 2 long laps.
Gotcha.
So it's a bit harsh.
What's your early prediction, Daniel, for top 3 in the championship?
For top 3,
You are the World Superbike.
Yeah, it's not us. It's not worth us saying.
man, it's pretty hard. Like,
top rack.
Bautista does look bloody good still. Bulliger looked really, really fast,
Yeah,
but
he did.
yeah, look, this is going to be, I think it's going to be a really good year. A lot of different results. It brings guys like Scott Redding back into the fold with weight, but I think he's past it. But
It's like saying Nakagami's going to get a podium.
I think. Look, the top three is going to be the same as what it was this year. Top rack, Johnny Ray and Alvaro.
So Johnny
Fair,
Ray swapping
fair.
to
It's so hard to pick anyone else. But like I said, Bulger was quick. I don't think Iannoni's going to light the world on fire and finish top 3 in the championship. Remy Gardner might do really, really well. He was pretty quick. He'll do okay with a season under his belt. Domi Agata will do pretty well also. And Bassani on the Kawasaki, if they've changed and they've fixed up their problems. Otherwise, I can't really see anyone else getting too far into it.
Yeah, that's fair. My tips for Phillip Hans, Bautista, do the double. I'm not counting sprint race. Bautista for the double.
Well, man, it was a freaking masterclass last year.
Yeah.
You just watch him come past and like 4 or 5 seconds later it was...
dominated that. He's dominated
man.
that track for a
It's always
while.
been big on Ducatis, that track.
Yeah. It has been really successful for them. And like you said, he is a favourite of that track. So, yeah, that's really about it for Supers. And they've introduced a women's championship, which they'll be riding R7s.
Oh, that's cool.
Good,
Yeah.
nice.
That's awesome.
So there's six races,
Or
or
the
5 confirmed.
Just in Europe.
Yeah.
Just in Europe, yeah. So Misano, Donington, Algarve, Balloton Park, Cremona, and Jerez, maybe.
Not most.
Wait, is Jerez a asterisk or something, is
Yeah.
it? Or okay.
Yeah.
To be homologated.
Yeah. Yeah, and their calendars change. There's a few new tracks that are in there
Yeah, I saw that.
for World Supers.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
So it'll it's gonna be a good year. There's a lot of good riders in there.
Women's championship, that's great.
Yeah, that's
really good
awesome for the sport.
Yeah.
You know, it's good. I mean, Yamaha doing great things with junior cups and now
The R7.
running that with the R7s. So
Smart.
yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
Perfect. All right.
Beautiful.
Easy.
Thanks again, Dave Superbike Shaw, for giving us your race helmet.
That's a very cool lid.
Yeah. It's got his name on it and everything.
He never crashed, so it's never had a mark on it either. So
Yeah,
always
always
stay
out
upright.
For photo shoots only.
Always out front.
Always upright and out front. And guys, get your thirst strap as well. Thanks. Thanks, boys.
Beautiful. Thanks,
All right.
fellas.
See you down on the island.
See ya.